Looking for a way out, I can't find my way now. I just need you by my side. Lately, I've been thinking, baby, we could get away and never look back, never look back, never look back, no, never look back, never look back, no. love me, 'cause we're gone. When you're staring back at me, 'cause we're gone. And you're staring back at me. And you're staring back at me.
Hello everybody. This is Alex Pedron. I'm your resource speaker for today, and I will be talking about resilient leadership from new normal to new better. So I just want to know how's my video, how's my audio. I want to engage you in the comment section and in the chat box on Zoom. If you can let me know, if you could see me, if you can hear me well, that would be great. By the way, thank you to the Limitless team for providing me with a Limitless t-shirt. Okay, all good. Video is all good. I see it. Someone commented on Zoom. Video and audio are all good. I think we can begin now. Okay, so once again, my name is Alex Pedron. I am an entrepreneur here in Manila. I am the founder and president of I Influence Institute. I Influence Institute is a people development solutions company, and we're now based digitally. This is how I'm able to do webinars at a regular basis. I am also a certified stress management coach, meaning to say that I will also actually be facilitating the stress management webinar that Limitless has. So hopefully I see you for stress management as well. Okay. I'm also a member of New York Toastmasters. It's an international public speaking group. And just recently, I became a podcast host. So I'll be sharing all those fun details with you later on. But I want to get straight to the point because I actually don't have a lot of time to talk to you within I understand I only have 1 hour to talk today with this free webinar. So I'll try to give you as much as I can within 1 hour. I just want to give you a little bit of reminders. So reminder number 1 is to remember to stay on mute. And reminder number 2 is for you to be able to acquire or get a notepad or a notebook near you, because I actually do not have slides. Okay, I have memorized my slides. I'm not going to present any slides, and I'm just going to let you know what you should be writing down. So take this time now to, if you're on your mobile phone, get your notepad ready. If you're on a laptop, open your notepad app. That would be great. Okay. All right. With that being said, I think we can begin now. Once again, welcome to Resilient Leadership from New Normal to New Better. So let's begin with defining resilience. So the way I want to facilitate how we define resilience is I want you guys to interact with me in the comment section and also in the chat box. So wherever you're watching, if you're on Zoom right now, or if you're on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook Live, just quickly go to the chat box or comment section and let me know what you guys think about resilience. What's your definition of it? What's your definition of resilience right now? So I'm able to see your comments anyway. I'm going to read some of them, and I'm also able to view the chat box. I want to know what you guys think of resilience. So someone said it's to adapt. Exactly. Okay, that's one of the definitions. All right. What else? So I know there's a lot of people watching right now. What else do you have? Okay, the ability to recover easily from hardships and difficulties. Correct. Can withstand difficulties as well, to adjust to stressful situations, to cope up. Yes. adapt to any situations, being a risk taker. That's true. To conquer. I love that. Flexibility. To cope up. Yes, all of your definitions are correct. Okay, so resilience can mean something different for everybody. Why is that? Because we're all going through different things right now. So, I mean, we're all going through the pandemic, yes, and this is a worldwide front, but how we're dealing with this individually, how we're coping up with this individually is totally different from everyone else. So you keep your definition of resilience because that is correct. What I'm going to do is give you some best practices and techniques in such a way where you could lead yourself and lead your team, lead your organization, lead your family so that you could overcome adversity through resilience. So why is resilience, can you guys tell me in the comment section and in the chat box right now, why is resilience important to us today? So I know there's a lot of people watching. Can some of you share why is resilient important? Why do you think it's important? So we defined it as, being able to adapt, being able to cope, being flexible, being able to withstand, to endure, to conquer. So why is that important? Why is that important right now? Why do we need resilience? Okay, so someone said so we can move on from that situation, from this situation, in order to sustain the status quo as well, or to achieve your goals. I love that. That is the most practical thing that you could say. Someone said to live. Absolutely. To live how? To live happily. Absolutely. Okay? Because I'll tell you what, guys, before we even move forward to the nuances of the definition of resilience and the benefits of resilience, let's talk about the consequences of not being resilient. Okay? So if you're not resilient at this time, if you do not have the power within yourself as a leader in your organization, in your team, in your company, as a leader within yourself, if you do not have resilience, you will crumble away. Once again, if you do not have resilience, you will crumble away. The reason is because humans are made to adapt. Humans are made to survive. Humans are extremely powerful within. So what I'm here to really remind you all is not just resilience, but to remind you of the power that you have within and to remind you to unleash that for you to be able to not just survive this situation that we're all in, but to be able to thrive and succeed in this situation that we're in. Because, just because we're in a pandemic, that doesn't mean that we cannot succeed. Okay? Once again, if you got your notebook there, or if you got your notepad open, this is the first thing you're going to want to write down. Just because we're in a pandemic doesn't mean that we don't deserve to succeed. Okay, just because we're in a pandemic doesn't mean that we do not deserve to succeed. All right, so now that we have defined resilience, now that we know why resilience is important to us today, we even know the consequences of not being resilient, let's move forward to the best practices that I will be teaching you now. All right, so There are actually two things that I'm supposed to be teaching you here about resilience, okay? Two things that I'm supposed to be teaching you about. So one thing is resilience for yourself, resilience in leading yourself, all right? And the second one is resilience in leading your company, your team, or your family. What I'm allowed to talk to you about, since this is a free webinar and I don't have a lot of time, is resilience with leading yourself. That's what I'll talk about. Okay. I understand that we also have a paid webinar coming up next week, which I'll go into more detail later on. That's when I'll talk about the entirety of resilient leadership from new normal to new better. But let's get on that later on. I want to talk to you about resilience, how to lead yourself. Okay, personal resilience and building that personal resilience so you could lead yourself out of a very difficult situation to help yourself cope, endure, withstand a difficult or challenging situation. Okay, so how exactly do we do that? First, we need to know where resilience begins. Okay, where does resilience begin, guys? You're going to want to write this down. Resilience begins here. Okay, can anybody in the chat or comment section tell me where I'm pointing at right now? All right, so I want to know if you're actually watching. Okay, resilience begins here. Okay, resilience begins here. I'm going to check that comment section. All right, in your mind. Yes, in your mind. Resilience begins in your mind. Okay, so I'm going to introduce something to you guys. It's called the 7 Summits of Resilience. So once again, I have no slides, okay? So you're going to want to write this down, all right? 7 Summits of Resilience. So the 7 Summits of Resilience is, let's write down the 7 summits first, and then I'll talk about it one by one, all right? So the first summit, obviously because resilience begins here, the first summit of resilience is the mental summit. The second summit is the physical summit. The third summit is the emotional summit. The fourth summit is the spiritual summit. The fifth summit is the relational summit. The sixth summit is the financial summit. And the last summit is the personal summit. So once again, 7 summits of resilience. Number 1, mental. Number 2, physical. Number 3, emotional. Number 4, spiritual. Number 5, relational. Number 6, financial. And last but not least, personal resilience. So I hope you guys got all of that down. We're going to talk about it now. I know my time is running out, so I'm not going to repeat myself too much. So you guys are going to want to take down as much notes as you can. Okay, so once again, resilience starts where? It starts here, all right? It starts in your mind. So we're going to talk about the mental summit. Remember, the title is Resilient Leadership from New Normal to New Better. So guys, what we need to be doing is we need to change the way we actually think about change. We need to change the way we think about resilience. We need to change the way we think about this pandemic. Okay? We need to change the way we think about the new normal. All right? So guys, what I said here, new normal to new better. So what you're going to do is to stop using the word new normal and begin using the word new better. So guys, if you are in the comment section and in the chat box right now, please type down the words new better. Okay, why is that? Because new normal comes with it a lot of negative mental associations. For example, I am always comparing the old world, or who I was, or what the environment was pre-pandemic, to now, which is the new normal. So if I'm always constantly comparing, how can I possibly focus on my goals? I can't. Okay, and the way we also define new normal is a little bit negative as well, because there are a lot of things that had changed, and not only things that had changed, but there were also negative changes. So I want to propose something new, okay? And this is what I call the new better. All right, so guys, stop using the word new normal and begin using the word new better. Because the moment you begin using the word new better, what you're doing for yourself mentally, you're creating a fresh and clean slate in your mind that no matter what circumstance you're in, you can thrive, you can succeed. If you want to be resilient, start here. It starts with the way you're thinking about things. Okay? Because resilient is actually not supposed to be too hard. All right? Resilience, yes, it's there so we can withstand, endure, to cope, to be able to overcome, to be able to conquer. And for us to be able to do that, it should be easy for us. Therefore, what I'm trying to say is that resilience is a strategy or a tool. Okay, it's not just a trait. It's not just a skill. Think about it as a strategy or a tool that you can actually use every single day to overcome the challenges that you're going through. So think about this pandemic. Think about your job. Think about your company that you work for. Think about the business that you own. Think about your family. Is the way you're thinking about it negative for you or positive for you? If it's negative for you, why? Question these things. So I'm not sure if you guys were in my stress management free webinar before, but I talked about something called analyze before you finalize. So you're going to want to write that down. Analyze before you finalize. So you're analyzing the way you're thinking about this entire situation. Okay, so you need to analyze that and determine if the way you're thinking about it is still healthy for you, if it's still positive for you or not. If it's not, what are you doing about it? So that's the mental side of resilience. It has to start here. None of the summits will work if you don't change your mind about it first. So once again, resilience starts here. How you think about change will ultimately trigger resilience. So once again, guys, let's go from new normal to new better, because there are so much negative things about the new normal. Let's just cut that out of the way we think right now. Because everyone here is smart enough to attend a webinar of continuous improvement, then I know that you're actually smart enough to want to succeed. It doesn't matter what situation it is. I know you want to succeed. That's why you're here. Okay, so it starts with your mind. Now, the second summit is physical. So this one is actually pretty obvious, guys. I'm gonna tell you this in the form of a question. How are we keeping ourselves healthy in the midst of this pandemic? So a lot of our COVID-19 problems can actually be solved if we just keep ourselves physically healthy. Once again, a lot of our COVID-19 problems can actually be solved if we just keep ourselves physically healthy. Whether you're trying to exercise and remain fit, whether you're trying to, keep a clean diet, whether you're, of course, practicing social distancing, whether you're, of course, staying at home. So all of these things are part of the physical summit of resilience. Okay, remember, this is something that you guys already know, actually. So this is just a reminder to you, really. So, guys, your body is a temple. So treat it as such. You guys actually probably do not have that much of an idea how resilient your body is. Your body can take a lot of punishment. Okay? However, if you're smart enough, you're not going to put it in a position for it to take continuous punishment. Okay? If you can avoid being in a position where your body is vulnerable or susceptible to COVID-19 or to other sicknesses even, then do so. So that means something different for everybody. Maybe for you it means eating a little bit healthier every day, eating a little bit less, or eating a little bit more. Maybe for someone else it means, exercising daily. I'm not trying to say, do 100 push-ups, do 100 sit-ups daily, but maybe you could start with stretching. Maybe you could start with 5 push-ups or 5 sit-ups. Because the reason why most of us are getting unhealthy in this time is because we're in quarantine. A lot of us are working from home, studying from home, staying at home, and like me right now, I'm actually presenting this sitting down. Before I'm always standing up, I'm always active. So I need to make sure that I commit to intermittent fasting, that I'm eating healthier, and I'm working out a little bit each week so that I am healthy and my body is resilient. Okay, so this is very obvious to everyone. Physical, in order for you to keep your body resilient, ask yourself this question: how are you keeping yourself healthy right now? Okay, how are you keeping yourself healthy right now? Please write that down. Now we're going to talk about the third summit, which is the emotional summit. So what I mean by the emotional summit, I'm talking about how you feel. Literally how you feel every day. So let's have a little bit of a intimate conversation about this, okay? With COVID-19, it brought about a lot of mental health and emotional health issues. A lot of people, because of social distancing, do feel lonelier now. They feel isolated now. They are demotivated now. They feel a little bit more negative now. Some people are even feeling anxious and depressed right now. A lot of people are even stressed right now, which is why I am offering to Limitless a stress management session that hopefully you guys can also attend. But what I want to help you guys address with your emotional summit of resilience when it comes to leading yourself, when it comes to resilient leadership and leading yourself is, and write this down, once again, I don't have any slides, okay? It's taking small doses of positivity daily. Once again, in order for you to be resilient in your emotional summit, it is for you to take small doses of positivity daily. Okay, what do I mean by small doses? I'm talking about doing something small for yourself or for someone else on a daily basis. Not just, not just doing something, but doing something good. Okay? Make sure that you build the habit of remaining positive. Okay, whether it's about self-care, whether it's about positive or healthy self-talk, whether it's about volunteering your time, hopefully you can do so in a socially distanced manner, whether it's about helping people, do these things. What I'm trying to promote to you guys when it comes to your emotional summit is doing something every day, doing something small every day that makes you feel good about yourself. Because the truth is, now that we are work from home or studying from home, we actually have a lot more work. I don't know why that is. Maybe because the leadership knows that, oh, this person is just at home, so let me just give them more work or give them more things to study. Okay? If you can relate to me right now, please type down the word relate in the comment section and chat box. Who has more work from now that they are working from home or studying at home? That sometimes we actually forget to take care of ourselves. So guys, this is a reminder for you to do something positive, something small, no pressure. This is why I said small doses of doing something positive, doing something good for yourself or for someone else on a daily basis. If you didn't do this on a daily basis, what does that mean for you? It means you're building the habit of being positive every single day. That no matter what happens, if it's adversity, if it's challenges, difficulties, stress, no matter what happens, you're doing something in your life, something small for yourself or for someone else that makes you feel positive. And feeling positive is extremely important. It's extremely important in our times today. Because I know a lot of people, in light of COVID-19 and what it brought to the public, a lot of people right now are feeling negative. And that hurts me to think that. So this is also why I'm here right now, to share this philosophy, which is original to me, which is the 7 summits of resilience. And hopefully one thing that I say, or even a few things that I say, can help you feel great about yourself today, and it could even change your life for the better. So hopefully you could also do this for yourself and for someone else starting today. Do something positive, do something good for yourself, for someone else today. So once again, no pressure. You don't have to do something huge. You don't have to get out of your way. Once again, do something good or positive in small doses, but do it daily. Now, moving forward to the 4th summit, I'm actually running out of time here, so I'm going to hurry it up a little bit. So we're going to have to take down a little bit of notes a little bit fast here, okay? So the 4th summit is our spiritual summit. Now, a lot of us here have different beliefs. Whoever you believe in, whether it's God or a higher power out there, or it's plainly believing in yourself, always put yourself in a mode of prayer. Or for some people, this mode can be meditation. Never forget, or rather always remember, to take a few minutes of your day to be in prayer or meditation. Because I guarantee you guys there's something larger than all of us right now making all of the moves out there. There's something larger than you. There's something larger than me right now. And if you don't believe that everything happens for a reason, you better start believing in it. Because I guarantee you, the more you put yourself in that mode of prayer, in that mode of meditation, the more you will come to understand the big picture of everything that's happening to you. So it's difficult to really picture the big picture if you're going through a lot of stress, if you're going through a lot of adversity, challenges, obstacles right now. But I guarantee you, if you put yourself in prayer, if you put yourself in meditation, that big picture will let you know that whatever it is you're going through, it's extremely small compared to who you're praying to or what you're meditating for. So always take time in your day, at least 5 minutes, to be in prayer or meditation. All right? So amen to that, guys. Okay? Now, the next summit that we're going to talk about, the 5th summit, it's relational. So one of the summits of resilience is relational. And what it means is for you to build your support group. Okay? What do I mean by that? What do I mean by support group? I'm talking about a small or a large group of people that you can count on to talk to or run to whenever you have problems. That they are there to support you, that they are there to listen to you, that they are there to not judge you, and be in a position to encourage you all of the time. So here's a question, guys. Do you have a support group? A support group can even be one-on-one. That would be a mentor-mentee relationship even, or maybe it's your best friend. Maybe it's your parents. So why do I talk about having a support group right now? Because I mentioned earlier that a lot of the things, or one of the things that COVID-19 brings with it is social distancing. The truth is, I actually don't agree with that word. It should be physical distancing, not social distancing. You do not have to distance yourself socially. There are different ways to be social. You could be social 6 feet apart. You could be digitally social. Don't be antisocial, guys. Okay? Talk to people. Do not isolate yourself. Okay? Don't be a part of that antisocial social club. Okay? Guys, what it's really about, human beings are social creatures. All right? We need to physically distance ourselves, yes, because of COVID-19. But do not socially distance yourselves from each other. So I don't know who it is in your support group that you probably may or may not have not seen for a while. Call him or her today. Message him or her today. Ask them, how are you doing? Kamusta na? Okay? Literally, genuinely ask, how are you doing? Is there anything that you want to talk about? Is there anything that, that you're going through, that that you can, I'm here to listen to you. Contribute to your support group as well. So guys, once again, okay, we're going from new normal to new better. You may want to change how you think about social distancing as well. What's happening right now is actually physical distancing. If you want to be technical about it, it's actually physical distancing. Okay, we have to be 6 meters or 6 feet apart. That's not social distancing, really, because we could actually be digitally social. We could still be social 6 feet apart. Yes, there are no social gatherings, maybe not physically, but there are still social gatherings online. Where are we right now, guys? This is actually a social gathering online, right? So is this illegal? Obviously it's not. Okay? So guys, it's not social distancing. It's physical distancing. All right, so this is what I mean about relational summit. Okay, so whoever can relate to me again, please type or comment the word relate in the comment section or chat box so I know you're still here with me. I might be talking to myself, I don't know. Okay, let me know if you're still with me here, okay? There you go, there you go. I'm getting a few comments, I'm getting a few interactions. Great. All right, once again, think about it, guys. From new normal to new better. All right, resilience starts here. So we're changing the way we think about things now. Okay, so we're about to finish. I have 2 more summits left. The next summit the 6th summit is the financial summit. Now, guys, one of the issues, one of the problems that COVID-19 brought about is, let's talk about the elephant in the room here. Our economy is down because of this pandemic. And if we don't change the way we think, remember, resilience starts here. If we do not change the way we think, if we stick to the poverty mindset, if we do not continue to invest in ourselves, if we don't continue to invest in building or learning new skills, if we don't invest in attending webinars such as this, especially the paid webinars where we get the entire curriculum, then we will never learn. We will never learn how to succeed. We will never learn how to be better individuals. Was it Warren Buffett who said, the more you learn, the more you earn? Okay, once again, the more you learn, the more you earn. So guys, it's not bad to invest in yourself. It's always good to invest in your learning. So this is what I mean about the financial summit. You could just set aside whatever you're making right now, or if you're not making a lot, you could continue to attend free webinars, but the really great content that everyone has to share, it's in the very affordable webinars that Limitless has. So what I'm trying to say, guys, the main point is for you to invest in yourself. Learn that investing in yourself is actually a good thing, especially right now in the pandemic. Learn to invest in yourself. Now, the last summit that I want to talk to you about is the personal summit. This is actually directly related to the emotional summit, the 3rd summit that we talked about before. So the last summit is about personal resilience. So what do I mean by that? I'm talking about allocating time for self-care. Once again, allocating time for self-care. Please write that down. Everybody go on the comment section and chat box right now. Please type down the words self-care. So self-care means something different for everyone. This is why I want you to further go into the comment section and chat box. Let me know what self-care means for you. For me, what self-care means for me is taking, it used to mean is, taking a vacation. It used to mean going out on my motorcycle and going for a long ride to the province. It used to mean going to the gym and practicing mixed martial arts. I'm a very extreme sports. I'm a very active guy. So let me know what self-care means for you. Right now, self-care means for me is taking a day off, not looking at my emails, not looking at my schedule, not looking at anything work-related, and just taking a day off, watching Netflix, eating whatever I want. That is, I allocate time for that. That's how I reset my mind, my body, my emotions. And so that when I do come back to work, when I do come back in front of the camera to deliver a very energetic presentation, I make sure that I feel good about it through self-care. So I want to read a little bit of the comments here, how they feel about self-care, how they define it. So it could mean pampering oneself, definitely spending time with your family, absolutely. Okay, a lot of people are actually separated from their family because of COVID-19. So hopefully you're using technology to be able to still talk to those family members. Once again, guys, it's not about social distancing. It's about physical distancing. So you can still be social online. So it's also about caring and protecting yourself, chillaxing, watching K-drama, absolutely. Being stress-free, absolutely. Self-care is a way for us to refresh the rigors of work. Yes, for me, that's exactly what I meant to say. Thank you for putting that in one sentence. The activity that you do to take care of your mental and emotional health. Yes, anime is life. Yes. Okay. All of that. There's a lot too much for me to mention, but whatever self-care means for you, the important part here is for you to allocate time. So the key word here, guys, is allocating time. What do I mean by that? We're not scheduling self-care. I guarantee if you look at your calendar right now, especially if it's your work calendar right now, probably there's nothing there that has to do with self-care. So this is a reminder, guys, to allocate time. What do I mean by that? You need to force it in your calendar. You need to make time for self-care. Because if you don't do that, you will be burned out. You will be more susceptible to stress. You are not building resilience if you're not taking care of yourself. So guys, allocate that time. Make time. Make time for yourself. Make time to take care of yourself. Now, I understand it's a little bit difficult to facilitate self-care because we're in quarantine, we're in a pandemic, we have limited access to some establishments outside that can actually, pamper us, or we could go out for pampering and self-care, or even just dining outside, just being outside the house, even getting a little bit of sunlight, just being outside the four walls that we're so used to for the last 6 months. But whatever it is you need to do, if you could do it safely and you're following proper quarantine protocol, make time to do that. Or if you could get into a new hobby that requires you not going out, but makes you feel like you're taking care of your mental and emotional health, go do that. Learn to do that. Allocate time for that. Make time for that. Now, before we head over to the Q&A, I have a bonus summit for you guys. So now we have 8 summits. Now we have 8 summits altogether, okay? So once again, for those that might have missed it, the 7 summits of resilience or resilience leadership from new normal to new better. In this free webinar, I talked about resilience leadership, leading yourself first. In the paid webinar, which will be on, I believe it will be on November 14 from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Well, I will also be talking about not just resilient leadership, leading yourself, but I'll also be talking about leading your company, leading your team, and leading your family, which are all extremely important other than leading yourself. So the 7 summits that I had just talked about is number 1, it's mental. Number 2 is physical. Number 3 is emotional. Number 4 is spiritual. Number 5 is relational. Number 6 is financial. And number 7 is personal. And the last summit that I want to share with you, think about your career. Think about your goals. All right? If you want to become resilient, then you need to have a vision for yourself. Think about your vision. How has COVID-19 affected your vision? Your vision for yourself, your family, your organization, your team in the future. How has it changed? Was it good? Was it bad? If it was bad, then please attend the next paid webinar on resilient leadership on November 14, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. I will teach you how to spark or ignite that vision. Okay? And before we actually head over to the Q&A, if you want to talk to me about more resilience tips, rather, if you want to talk to me about that personally, you could go to Instagram or Facebook right now. You could follow me at Alex Pedron or at AEJR Pedron on Instagram for short. I post a lot about motivation, resilience, stress management. So please go on Instagram or Facebook right now. You could add me on Facebook. You could follow me on Instagram. I'll follow you back. You could even message me for any bookings that you might have for your company. If you want me to talk about resilience or stress management, I will be happy to negotiate anything along that line. So feel free to contact me personally. But I hope you will, get back to me on November for Limitless, because I'm actually very passionate about Limitless's mission here to really serve the public at a very affordable rate for continuous improvement. So let's help us to help you. All right, we are equipped with the things that for you to be able to maneuver, overcome adversity, obstacles, challenges that you might be facing right now through stress management and through resilience leadership. And I hope to see you guys on those paid webinars. All right. So right now we could actually go to the Q&A portion. Before we even go to the Q&A portion, let me know in the comment section and the chat box right now so I'm going to ask a question first in this Q&A, okay? What summit did you relate to the most? So I gave you 8 summits. So I know you wrote that down. So what summit can you relate to the most? Is it the mental, physical, emotional? There you go. All right. So people, I'm seeing mental, I'm seeing financial, personal. All right. A lot of mental. Okay, so a lot of mental, financial, and personal. Okay, so With that being said, let me remind you what I talked about mental. From new normal to new better, guys. Change the way you think about the situation, and your approach to the situation will change. So if you want to position yourself for success right now, all you need to do is take the mental leap. Now, for some people, that might be a little bit difficult, but you have a choice. You could remain that with the mindset, the traditional mindset that you have right now, that is geared towards the old world or pre-pandemic. But I'm telling you right now, COVID-19 is here. COVID-19 is here. It's too late to prevent it. COVID-19 is here. So you're either new normal, your old world, or pre-pandemic. That's the way you're thinking. Or you could go new better right now. All right. Once again, from new normal to new better. Okay. Personal, a lot. I've got a lot of that. Financial, I've got a lot of that too. Yes, financial. Please invest in your continuous improvement. Personal, yes, allocate self-care or make time for self-care. So now that I'm done with my question, I'm gonna wait for your questions now. I know we've got a lot of attendees right now, so I'm only able to answer a few. So let me know what your questions are, guys. What questions do you have for me? Go ahead. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for comments a little bit. Unless, of course, I was able to answer all the questions from the presentation. All right. In which case, if you can't think of a question right now, and you think about it later, you can find me on Instagram, on Facebook at Alex Pedron or at AEJR Pedron. And then just message me. I'll answer any questions that you have. But from my experience, if I get little to minimal questions, that actually usually means that I was able to address all the concerns here. So I'm glad we were able to finish on time. I'm gonna give it back to the host. Thank you for. I believe we have a photo up coming up. So stick around on Zoom, guys. All right, I really appreciate everyone. Once again, follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Let's talk more there. My name is Alex Pedron, Resilient Leadership from New Normal to New Better. I humbly invite you to attend a paid webinar, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., November 14. I'll see you guys there. Thank you very much, guys.